Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. ECS Season 6 is with us once again. We're coming to you live and direct from Santa Monica, California. My name is Henry G, and my God, have we got a show for you today. Lots of Counter-Strike action for your delight and delectation. I'm going to be joined by the lovely James Bardolph and DDK. We just lost the axe on the table. James, you look a little bit upset.
It
wasn't me though.
I know. I'm so surprised that I was the one who did it. Basically, I put this keyboard on the table because this is what I'm giving. Well, I gave away to a guy during the major, but I haven't posted it yet. It's got the FACEIT fidget spinner, of course. Oh, let's get some action going. Come on, come on. Look at how good these spinners are.
Not appropriate, Dan.
Oh. Look at how good those spinners are. They're absolutely outstanding. So all the VIP people at the major got those. If you've got it's shine through, as you can see, it's transparent. So if you've got a shine through. If you've got the key lights going on, then you can see all the different colours in there. But it's all got a massive weight on the back as well, as you can see here. So put it on the table and then.
Oh, it's sturdy, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be expensive to ship, bro. If you're doing it from America.
Yeah, it's a high profile keyboard.
I love that. That's really nice.
So if we go back here, we can see that this is a high profile keyboard. So low profile keyboard would go like here.
Yeah.
But this is too high. So for the angle I play at, it puts my wrist like too high, and I get RSI symptoms.
What
so
about?
I don't use these
Have you tried using
anymore.
a wrist rest?
No, I just use low profile keyboard.
Stemmy always uses the wrist rest.
Anyway, Daniel.
Yeah.
You know what time it is. You know what you got to do. Social media time.
Yes. At ECS, check it out. That is us on Twitter. You can join the conversation as the matches go throughout the day. And of course, you can check out csgoleague.com for all the informations on everything ECS 6 related, whether that's the schedule or whether you're wanting to check out tickets and so on. It's all there for your viewing pleasure.
James, we're going to have lots of Counter-Strike action over the next few weeks. Where's it going to lead to?
It's going to lead to Arlington, Texas. That's where our finals are going to be at the eSports Stadium, which has been built there. Excuse me. I was going to say it is being built because we've still got the CGI. That's a CGI down there. My asthma is trying to kill me. The CGI will soon be replaced, hopefully, by some pictures of the real thing. But it looks pretty cool. I can't wait to see it in person. I haven't been down there. Have you?
I have not. I've been told it's the first event they're ever going to do in that place will be the ECS. So could be amazing. Could be rubbish. Who knows? I'm sure it'll be amazing.
That's great. Paying him money, of course.
Make sure you come. ECS events are always awesome. And also, if you want to get involved with the FACEIT points and get some loots, you have to hook up your FACEIT account to this YouTube channel. It's very easy to do. Click the buttons. James, how do you do it specifically?
It suits the colour of my shirt.
It does.
You click the Get Loot button
Get
on
loot,
gaming.youtube.com. I can't talk, Henry. You guys do it.
All right, cool. Press the Get Loot button. And we've been giving away thousands of points. We actually gave away millions over the season so far. We've given away 250k to a lucky winner about 2 days ago. So it's definitely worth it. And you'll feel gutted if you see the points go away and you're not even hooked up to be eligible. Either way, let's have a look at the teams playing in this European division, which we'll be starting with today. All the big names, the big guns, Astralis, Fnatic, NIP, FaZe, who are the Season 4 champions, of course. G2, Season 1 champions. Will we see them reclaim any sort of form of glory? That is yet to be seen. MouseSports, North, who qualified for this division. Virtus Pro, who might not stay in it. And LDLC, who actually looked pretty decent. And a bit of Optic Gaming in there as well, who have just changed their roster. And that kind of leads us to where we will be today. What kind of games have we got for you? Just a couple for European today. It's going to be MouseSports versus G2. It's going to be on Nuke and Inferno. Now, chaps, we have casted G2 a couple of times now. We really weren't impressed with their first showing here on ECS. It was actually quite disastrous.
Now we have confirmation that Apex and G2 are no longer with G2. They've released them. I mean, it must have been quite expensive to even hold them for this time. I think, there was some discussion as to the price they were available for, but that's clearly everything has its price, and let's keep these guys on the side and see if we want to use them. But apparently they've chosen that they don't want to use them, which is very interesting. And I do wonder if that was made at a time when the main roster was formed and they were ready to just go with it. But you've got to respect putting faith in the team. But now there's no backup options. There's no alternatives. It's just these 5.
I guess, should we take a moment just to talk about that Vitality team just while we're here? This is obviously fresh news that came out yesterday. I'm interested to see what you think about RPK, Happy, and MBK. It seems like to me that's like whoever's left over from the French Shuffle, as usual, will make a team. We've had that before with MVS and G2.
On paper, yes, but I don't think that they've got the arse end of the bargain here.
Okay.
I mean, that's how it normally works out, right? Because you have like 2 or 3 teams and it's the leftovers. But I don't really feel like it's the leftovers. I like this team. RPK. I mean, you can tell people more about RPK than I can, but I think that people, as far as CSGO is concerned, will still be criminally underrating him. He was the one shining lights on the previous team, but I mean, some people will look at Happy and be like, oh, lurking, you know, left alive last and blah, 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 whatever. But I think with a new team, if they're not doing the same old strats, then he can be an entirely different player.
I'm going to stay on this for a little bit. I think it's the most interesting news. Scream's been left out of this equation, Dan. Do you see him coming into any of these top teams soon? Or is he going to focus more on an international sort of status?
Well, Fnatic, he's in Fnatic now, isn't he?
No.
No?
As a stand-in.
As a stand-in. I mean, that's going to be interesting. I guess we'll see what happens with that. But I don't know. Like, Scream's a weird one. With the French team, you never know necessarily what's going on behind the scenes with how the drama is. And I think that's what tends to shut people out, because we know there's a lot of backstabbing here or there or everywhere, or historically has been over the last years. And so with Scream, you know, we initially saw certain criticisms of him, and it felt like he improved as a player. I felt like he became more well-rounded, but at the same time, you still don't know how he is to play with.
Sure.
You know, for example, Simple's a really good example of someone that turned it around completely, and now people want to play with him. He's a great teammate. Is that the case for Scream? I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I've heard nothing but good things about him as a teammate. He's quite selfless and will often compromise his own play to help out the team. That's what I heard from the Fnatic guys as well. It's Twist has joined Fnatic now, so he'll be kind of taking over the role as Scream filled in for a little bit. But I guess we should move on to the game at hand.
I think he's taking Draken's role, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because there's Flusher, that's still the hole.
Sure, so I guess that's where they're going to work out.
I think they still have 4.
Is it really?
I think so. I think it's 4 and Scream.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that develops. No, I do not see a world where he stays in that team. I think it's just
it would be unusual, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
You expect a Swede to fill that eventually, but I mean, it's been a long time where Scream hasn't been in those top teams now.
He hasn't been regarded as a top player for a long time. I think the last time we could say that was when he was in Kingwin, when that team was kind of going to, I think, events in 2016, and he was still very relevant then. He just seemed to have dropped off significantly at that point.
Was it the last big result for him was with G2? The G2, like when he was playing with Shox, you had this like dynamic duo. They won. What was it like? I think it was our first season. They won.
Don't ask me to remember things, Dan.
I don't think he was in that team.
But it was.
Yeah. Is that Shox Scream combo? Do you remember?
Well, a long time ago in general.
Yeah.
The Shox, it was
anyway,
always nice to see
more
Shox and
about points
Scream.
2 years ago. Since
maybe it's time
ago.
for a role change then. If he's been playing the same role and it's not really,
I
don't know.
I'm not sure.
I want to see him in top games.
Well, we're going to see some top teams because the game is live. It's going to be G2, MouseSports. No Scream to be seen, but I think that was an interesting talking point for us. Either way, we'll get into it. It's going to be Nuke to kick things off. G2, who have not looked too good so far, will be heading up against MouseSports. Seems to be getting better and better with Snacks joining their ranked staff. Are you kind of more convinced with MouseSports now? You ready for this?
Yeah. I'm afraid that this might look like a scene from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's...
The driving scene?
Right. It's not a good start for G2. Reminds me of when we were playing some CS last night, Henry. Getting wrecked.
Yeah, it wasn't our best. We need a bit more time on the DM, I think.
Yeah.
But either way, it will be Kenny S and Smiths now just remaining. As the Glock comes out, he'll do what he can. Old Eddie stuck in the corner, and he'll be going down. It's going to be 3 players surviving. MouseSports with the CT pistol. I would say they're the heavy favourites going into this one, just from the form we've seen from GT recently. Obviously, MouseSports just won ESL 1 New York in a stunning fashion as well. Impressed with that, and G2 haven't even been in the conversation for winning a trophy just yet with this particular roster. They say they need time, but how much can we really give them? It's been a while now since G2 have produced any significant results, Dan. But we'll see Deagles, CZs here. 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs. I always say these sort of rounds on Nuke don't excite me too much, but as soon as I say that, that's when the CZ kill comes in quickly. They get down towards lower, and that's normally the main point of entry for me. Get towards that lower bomb site, and if you can get a plant down, it's very difficult for the CTs to retake with the current iteration of this map, as the vents don't allow proper access towards the bomb site.
And one thing I'm worried about for G2 as well is that when we saw them on this map previously, it felt like their T-side was one-dimensional. Ramp rushes, upper rushes, and that's where they got their money's worth. And so I'm hoping to see more depth from them here. But this is a good start, getting that initial pick. Follow up with the MP9 coming from Sunny to try to go for the backstab. And looks like it will do the damage, and this round will be calmed down. Oscar with the shotgun out. I wonder how long he's going to be holding on to that.
With the CT side, he actually uses that quite a lot. Remember, Chris J is the main AWPer for MouseSports on the CT side of Nuke. So Oscar actually uses the auto shotgun more often than not. Maybe more than he uses rifles.
It's almost like an amusing protest, isn't it?
It kind of is. Matt and I have casted him a few times before. We just couldn't get our head around it. He'd be on like 2 frags the entire half. He'd buy 1 rifle and around number 14 and get like 3 kills. Like, why wouldn't he just do that the entire time? We couldn't get it. But
I love the character.
yeah, indeed. It will be a full eco here, so we can talk over this a little bit. Just blocks and no armor. As we go through the procedures here, it's going to be the auto shotgun farming 900 bucks a kill. So that is one very promising factor about it. But that's another clean sweep. Look at the weaponry for MouseSports going to the next round. We've got Chris J. Orb, an auto shotgun and 2 MP9s.
This is the issue when you don't get enough kills in these first 3 rounds. 4 kills, not quite cutting the mustard there, as evidenced by the weaponry, or the money rather, on the MouseSports side. And Nuke is a map where they can get more mileage out of these close range SMGs and automatic shotgun. So the early grenades outside. Chris J on the AWP. I don't really think you want to be gallivanting around with a scout on a buy round of Nuke. Oof. But some may say otherwise. Ooh, they're coming from both sides from Snacks. His head will be squashed by the likes of Body. Chris J with lots of sound cues. Battle sniper mode. Has he been hurt by shocks? Apparently he has. He'll get the kill regardless.
Ooh.
How does he get 2 out of that? No trade at all. And he knows the positions. Oh my god, Chris J is playing out of his mind at the moment. Fired 1 shot too many, Body. And he only fired the 1 shot.
That was insane.
Love
How
that
is he
guy.
still alive? Chris J, his form as of late has been nothing short of stunning. My goodness, it will be a 3 versus 2. Still a good chance here for G2. Oscar will be holding the vents with the shotgun, but Existence here has to deliver the goods. He'll get the first kill, bring it down to a 2 versus 2. Chris J is low, and Sonny gets absolutely wrecked. Well done, Existence. Good awareness, good positioning. Only 1 player survives it. Remember, that was the bonus round from MouseSports. So they did have a significant investment with the 1 ult purchased, but the fact he brought it down to around that close made it incredibly uncomfortable for GT, and their money's going to be limited going forward. And yes, Chris, fantastic work to even make that round competitive.
I'm buying some Chris J stickers.
Yeah?
I don't know that I have one on a sniper rifle. I think maybe he deserves one. I have an Oscar one. We'll see. I'll think about it.
So
Chris J continues. Kenny S now will be the victim. G2 turned it around last time. A rare miss from Chris J. Oh, and another one. Less rare. Oscar, of course, to clean up. Oh, he's found himself a larger toy as well. He's happy now. Shox is wondering what on earth has gone on. A reset that you didn't want for G2. Looks likely, although you can never count out Shox. Always good for a clutch, is Shox.
Yes, he loves it. Loves a clutch. We'll see what he can do. AK-47 in hand. 4 versus 1. Bombs down. To be fair, it's right next to him. But he's got Oscar and his shotgun on the other side. Can't really go for the spams. Doesn't want to give up his position, but opening the door now. Surely we'll do that. No one there. And it is called a squeaky door for a reason. They'll be aware of his position now. So, hoping a mistake is made. If you've got the bomb sites covered, you don't have to push towards him. They'll be thinking the same thing as them. It's Shox. Just leave him alone. They can't really do much. Even if he saves an AK, they've got nothing in reserve.
Just leave him alone.
Just let him get on with it.
There you go. Oscar with the tag. And now Shox is trapped for 5 HP.
Probably a team talk, I would presume.
Yeah. He's got plenty of time. Oscar will upgrade his auto shotgun. Might have to pick it up at the end, because I know how much he's attached to it. Give that over to Chris J. He buys the auto shotgun again.
Do it. Yes.
Like, he actually wants to be on it. It's so weird.
We want him to be on it as well.
I like it.
He's a man after my own heart. That's why I have an Oscar sticker.
Indeed.
I like people who wear shotguns, who use shotguns. So I've got first stickers.
The enemy are the ones wearing them.
Yeah. So if you have game food in London, you might find some shot in your food.
Yeah.
Almost every time, find some ball bearings in the grouse. Love me some grouse.
Pigeons at all? Or just grouse?
Pigeon on occasion,
Wood pigeon.
but I love the grouse.
Pheasant?
Pheasant's nice.
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 Pheasants and grouse, my top 2 game foods.
Anyway. Eco. Eagle's available. I dare say Snacks might go down here in the open. 4 players in front of him. Oh, lovely little tap. That will remove Body from the equation, and he'll have his head removed. That's Snacks. His Existence finds him with the Deagle. Jay needs to be very careful here, as he will hit the shot, takes significant damage, but it looks like the round is under control. There's the auto shotgun, as Chris J confirmed the round victory here. They get 1 kill as Oscar finishes things off. 5-1. And the money's completely wrecked still.
Not a bad start for the MouseSports side. I think it's easy to focus on G2 in any G2 match that is played at the moment, obviously, because they are the team who are on the mend on the build. But MouseSports are a team who, I feel like, I mean, we see wins here and there, but we see disappointment as well at majors quite often. They had a great few series with FaZe over a certain period of time, but since then it's up and down. And I want to see this team be top 2 consistently. That's what I would like to see.
I think it's like you know, one of the reasons for that is likely just the approach, because you know, you see them. I think they do just travel too much. I think like the burnout has been like really clear in certain spots with MouseSports, which is a shame because they can't deliver their best. Because you want to see that, don't you? Like, I would love to see like half the tournaments attended, but twice the results.
Snacks is having a bit of issue with shoes outside. He keeps getting taken down consistently by these pistols. And this could be an opening now for the French squad as they hold up with Desert Eagles towards Secret. It's the auto shotgun. They might have to go now towards lower. Sunny will reclaim the 4-on-4. Where's Oscar up off to? He's holding towards Hut. Here we go. That's what we like to see. Up close and personal.
It's so much money as well. $900.
Yeah.
So much money. We really don't see the Mag 7 anymore. Chris J, how many kills has he got at this point? 12 or 4? It's just a free-for-all, or a free for Chris J specifically, outside at the moment.
Oscar on 10 grand.
He's got that Muertos.
Yeah, Ross is just waiting. He's like, what? When is someone gonna come round someday? Anyone?
Any ramp action?
He's watching his major profile, just sitting there.
I bet it'll be a ramp rush this round though, because G2 they alternated a lot between upper and ramp rushes when they had bias in the previous Nuke game we saw of them. But no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Kenny has 1 and 7, brings up the AWP for the first time here on the T side of Nuke. It's been a bit of an issue for them, him getting the AWP out incredibly late into these best of ones. Chris J, oh my goodness, I thought he pulled that one off. Great positioning. And quick shot towards Silo. Doesn't yield a frag. Kenny looking to open things up in an equal manner here as he'll be using the AWP outside. Smokes deployed now towards the entrance of main. Looks like they were heading towards Secret once again. Looking to more quickly challenge at the start of this default as they get one player towards Garage. It's going to be Chris J now. Once again, trying to find that first pick.
Wow. There it is.
Oh my god.
So smooth. He's just spreading that butter.
And jam.
Very
finest of
jam.
lives. Well then, what is the response to this? Look where the bomb is. The bomb is completely exposed. You can see it on the radar. It is in no man's land. It's Chris J's land.
This is Chris J's server right now.
Yeah. 14-4, Chris J. And what is the response from G2? They're waiting to get some kind of pick. And then maybe, I mean, if they're lucky, they could get to try and pick one player off. The CT's try and trade, and you do the better. But right now, 0 frags, just stuck. It's a cemetery. One more grave to fill. Smith will watch the earth.
Oscar's just really bored shooting his shotgun around the map.
This is kind of awkward, isn't it?
Easy for MouseSports.
That is getting absolutely destroyed here.
I told you, Henry. See from Clockwork Orange.
Yes, it is.
Well,
I mean, the scene.
They haven't. In that round at least, they didn't really go for the normal smokes to take the secret area. It seems they want to challenge Chris J. But maybe it's. I mean, Chris J comes with a health warning at this point, surely.
Yeah, not advised. Do not inhale.
Speaking of do not inhale, our apartment is being fumigated at the moment.
What's wrong with it?
We found an insect of a certain kind.
Oh, cockroach.
In the kitchen.
I hate to see
They're
that.
all going to die now. Well, there was only one.
What, you get a fumigation over 1?
Yeah.
Seems a bit much.
I ain't got time for that.
It was dead as well.
Oh.
Now it's extra dead.
Double dead.
Now all of his family.
Yeah.
It's genocide. Smith's taken out. Pistols. Damage is kind of irrelevant for the time being, but it can still have an impact on this game because half to half is yet to play for, but we don't really see the likelihood of momentum change in this half. That's the overarching issue here. MouseSports losing money by winning rounds, as you can see. I mean, Oscar's died once, Sunny's died once.
Rob's has seen someone once.
Yeah.
This just seems... Okay, now the ramp rush. Got 5 AKs. Come on, give something to Robs, please. I feel really bad for him.
Really bad. He's
Really
got
bad.
8-1 on you against G2. He's probably alright.
He's a silver pleb, isn't he? Dan. Give him something. Rotate. I want to play this way now. What was I going to say? It was really interesting.
Really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know now. What are we going to see different here from G2?
Oh, for God's sake, Dan. Knocked over the studio. The axe is gone again. We're in another gun round.
I'm really happy with that. Oh, actually, no, you are in a gun round. All right, then. A minute 12. We haven't even seen... I don't believe that we've seen the wall of smokes. There is no secret take. Chris J is just looking around an open yard, and he's shooting people.
He's making Kenny S look very average.
And what is the response now? They're just running out. They've got 3 smokes. I don't know on what positions, but they're running out in the open. The trades will benefit the CTs because it's 4 versus 3. They've got enough for map control to a reasonable level, and G2 have got to have at least 2 guys together for trade situation you would expect, but...
Why is it making me laugh? The auto shotgun, this wrecking shocks. Oh my God. Like, he doesn't have to buy that weapon. He's got like 13 grand residual cash, and he's opting to use the shotgun, and it's working. So
it's good in that position. If he rotates, it's a problem, but
so
it's good.
Sick.
Yeah. I don't know that we've seen anything from G2. And I don't mean
a frag.
Yeah, I don't mean because
0-10.
Shox is 0-10. I don't mean because again Kenny's got Shox and Kenny have a combined 1 frag.
Yeah, after 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Not good, is it?
So I mean, we're seeing them spread out outside, and from what I can tell, they're basically giving Chris J lots of targets.
And
he's hitting them. Yeah.
Where's the default? Where's the standard execution
Where's
to
the
stop
stuff
him getting all the
everybody
frags?
else is doing?
From what I can see is they're smoking main entrance, and they're hoping that they've put their stock in Kenny S as an AWPer to go, well, let's not smoke the AWPers out, let's just kill them. And they've really focused again. It's probably worked really well in prac because Kenny can shoot everyone. But Chris J's right now just devouring them all, and they maybe need to go back to the basics or some upper rushes or something, because right now, this is an absolute nightmare. This is a tactical timeout for G2. We had a bit of extra time to discuss.
There can be these situations on a T side, especially where a T side is running pretty much the same round. If they feel like they need to just tweak one thing to get the round to work, it's sometimes to see the same thing being run again and again. But I don't really... I mean, you can see from the mere kills that... And even kills aside, I mean, kills come... Position comes with kills, right? In one way, but I haven't even seen really position from him. So we've gone for a faster round this time, and it is an absolute massacre. They are in the abattoir. They're on a conveyor belt. And they're getting pounded.
Yeah, the meat is nice and soft now, tenderized. And G2 continue to get completely destroyed here. Rob's got a bit of action there. And
he saw someone.
We still have Shoxy 0-11, Kenny S 1-11.
Yeah. This feels weird, doesn't it? It feels like really, really strange.
The MouseSports has looked way too comfortable.
Yeah, there's
they
like
haven't
no
been tested once. There hasn't been a plant. There hasn't been... Look at that. There hasn't been a single plant yet. Not one.
Comfortable is a great way to put it, because Chris J is changing his position, and it's a shooting gallery for him outside, and there's hasn't been a whole lot to make life difficult for him. Again, a lack of smokes.
Well, just to be clear, this is not a performance as like an anomaly. We saw the exact same G2 turn up the other day and get destroyed. Yeah, I think it was against Optic, right? And this hasn't improved. Like, we keep saying, oh, they need time and stuff like that, but there isn't anything to work with it. There's no foundation. There's nothing like, oh, at least this guy's playing well, or this combo seems to be working. Their strategies are excellent. They've almost got nothing. We thought existence coming to the squad, we'd see new innovation, new ideas, but right now they're just going through the meat grinder every single time. As Chris J, finds his 20th kill now after 11 rounds. He might go down at this point though. There's a chance at this stage for G2, but a narrow one, and they need to find kills here. Snacks looking wonderful towards Secret, and it's Shoxy with another clutch moment, boys.
Bombs
down. That's his first kill of the game.
That's Shoxy's first kill of the game.
In round 12.
Oh my god.
It's not fancying the shotgun.
He wins the round though. Okay, all will be forgiven. But he doesn't. He's dead.
He died.
I can't see like what they're trying to achieve, other than putting numbers outside to try and abuse in some fashion. But whatever they're trying to do, Christian's not having any of it.
This is going to be a 12-3 half or a 13-2 half, and we'll still see them. They'll take it all the way. Like this, I don't know what it is about online CS, but it's just that's just how it goes. And no one can get a landslide victory in online CS. So G2 are probably completely comfortable. It's like, you know what, guys, it's fine. We'll pull our socks up in the second half. We just did 2 rounds.
Is that because of Molotov maybe? Where it was bouncing or something?
Well, if it is...
Yeah, it was Molly confirmed by...
Oh, that's a nightmare, isn't it?
The most toxic man in Source. Sliggy.
Oh my god. This is... They just got nothing, have they? They've got nothing to fall back onto.
Rumour has it he still logs onto Source to give it.
I played Source in stream about a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Not
great. Hasn't held up well. Hasn't aged well at all.
How did the Deagle feel though?
Yeah, that was excellent. I was running around in public trying to show people the stuff I used to do and all the strategies and stuff. But I'd better do that again one day. There's Jay with another frag. Oscar, not the ideal weapon for an outside retake here. As you'll see, he'll be taken down. 2-on-2, the closest we've had to a round for the French. Now it's Shoxy once more. Before I can even get a compelling, romanticized statement out, it's all over. It's all done. And we go into round number 14 down.
It just feels so strange because it just feels like there's no resistance. It's like a Division 1 team playing against a Division 5 team or something.
Yeah, it's getting kind of awkward now.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like they're not doing anything. They're not even getting close. They're really like they're forced by round of CZ. It's like the closest they've got. They're not finding any frags. The smokes aren't really being deployed outside. There's no rushes. There's no fakes. There's no vent dives. There's no ramp takes. It's just the same default over and over again.
Have we seen an upper set piece?
So they're doing whatever they're doing now is running into upper, one by one, and you can see how well that's going for them.
Yeah, we saw one where I think 2 rounds ago, I want to say, where they charged into main with 2 players.
What a mess!
No, Oscar from the ladder shot Kenny in the head.
A mess. This is similar to us last night. It looks like they're playing against us.
Yeah.
Very similar. Just running around one by one. No one really talking. No one fragging. Just slowly but surely blinking his 13-1. He's like, oh, God.
I'm still recovering my elo from those games.
Well, it turns out I'm I used to be able to use any mouse, any setup, and be perfectly fine on it. Yesterday I used this Logitech mouse for the first time. I just couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. It was a little bit disappointing. Didn't feel comfortable at all. But thank you to Team Liquid for offering us their services. They are watching. That was great. Said I'd do a tweet. Didn't do that. So, I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, that was awesome. Definitely going to go back down there if they'll have us.
Oh, a missed shot, a chance. There's no smoke, boys. They're just giving them it's like clay pigeon shooting outside. What is going on? Why are they just running through with nothing?
Oh my god.
It's stupid, isn't it? Like, what is that? Let's just run outside, no smoke, no flashes. Chris J's got the 25 kills. Should we keep feeding him? What is this?
It's awkward. It's very awkward.
It's 14-1. This one used to be one of the best G2 maps. He used to have crazy strategies in this one. That used to be amazing when Shoxy was calling. And
do you think there's like some infighting going on or something?
I don't know what this is. I don't know what they're calling and what they think they're doing. It's a nightmare though. Why are they not using smokes? Don't get it. At least try them or fake them out or do something.
Kenny AFK setting fire to his contract.
I don't think he ever signed it. I don't think he will.
But where's he going to go now? Anyway.
Just say, hey, Vitality,
like,
I'm probably better.
Playing the minors with me. At least from the demo of this, they can see that MouseSports were... I mean, one thing that G2 used to be guilty of, like, when Existence was still running things in the previous teams, is having the same timing for T-executes. And the most obvious example of that was when they were playing against Device teams on Dust 2, and Device would be on short on the CT side. He would just stand there facing the wall, wait for the pot flash, lower tunnel, and then peek because he knows it's always coming every single time.
Oh, they throw it from top middle towards short.
I think they would bounce it off the curved wall on the old Dust 2, yeah. But, I mean, multiple rounds, their smoke wall was Molotov, at least 2 rounds.
Here we go.
Here comes the 30 rounds.
Henry's excited.
we're off. Clean sweep.
There we go.
It's now 13 rounds of this.
Now we just got a real match.
We are off. So
Still
that was
42
the
though.
lower take attempt from MouseSports. Didn't get anything done, not a single kill, barely any damage, no bomb planted. And G2 are off.
Maybe the FBI just really overpowered.
Yeah, the new FBI skins.
The
Too much.
FBI
There's a Tech 9 out. What the hell?
It's Toscro.
It's
Toscro,
back.
of course.
What's he doing? I haven't seen that gun in about a year. It's back.
I've got this, lads. I've got this.
He's replaced his CZ with a Tech 9.
He's crazy. Well, I mean,
Go on now, try and justify it.
it's just
Each to their own. Each to their own, man. If you can find a way to use it. Yeah, CZ would have been good.
CZ would have just wrecked out there.
But I suppose, like, it depends on the play style you want to run, because if you the long draw time, the long reloads, maybe for his purposes, Tech 9 is better in those cases. So
I've never seen him use it till now, but there we go. He's using all the cheesy weapons,
It's midlife crisis.
the shotguns,
Swaps to Tech 9.
the Tech 9s, and now
revolver, of course.
The revolver could come out instead of the deagle.
Ali uses a revolver.
He did. I think it was a mad six. I think that was a bit of a midlife crisis. That one, where he's using the revolver. I had that chat with him after a few drinks. I really was angry about it. I was like, "Why are you using the RA?" He goes, "It's good, man. You can tag people up for 80 at the start of the round, and your teammates can finish them off." I said, "Or you can just get a deagle and kill them, and not look like a muppet that weapon." And he stopped using it after a while. So I think,
After your harassment and abuse.
yeah, I was just like, there's a reason you're the only dude using it, man. That's there's got to be something in that. Either way, G2 looking for 12 rounds in a row now, just to guarantee the overtime, which I feel like is inevitable now. It will be the
You're
blocks.
calling it this time right now.
It's like on CT side of Nuke, dude. This is the worst culprit for it. Like MouseSports now, they won't be playing like maximum efficiency because they've got such a buffer.
I can imagine they'll.
Oh, what's this?
They will
Hello.
complete a wall of smokes, though.
James, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, hello.
Wow, they're not slipping off
How
either.
deep does he go? So I guess, all right. So if you're
You can kill people
if you're
from
on a
there?
crane, I guess if you go towards the crane, you'll be exposed. Or if you're
How is that working?
standing,
That's 3 people legit boosted.
it is, yeah. Why aren't they sliding into the DMs?
Is it like because he's hitting the absolute ceiling, it doesn't make him slide? I don't know.
Interesting.
It's sad though because they were going to show it with like a Glock.
Yeah, I was
so
thinking,
you're not going to kill anyone with that.
maybe that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, maybe it's like you don't get the accuracy, so you use the Glock. It's easier to control or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's just BM. Maybe it's just BM.
Just for the bans. They're still going to win with the Glocks, it seems.
God.
Okay, 2-on-1. Wish they wins there somehow. Alright, there we go. 14-4.
Okay. Alright, AK-47s, MouseSports, let's see what they've got. The thing is that even if they are sloppy, you'd imagine individually, they'll just get the edge overall in some of these duels. So I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't think G2 will get to even 8 rounds anyway.
Alright. Wait and see.
See, I'm curious to when they did go for a wall of smoke outside G2, if it had the same timing on their T side. Because I don't know that we saw one complete one, but I saw at least 2 incomplete ones. Presumably because the Molotovs on the MouseSports side, and Chris J is having the time of his life at the moment, playing his best Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
He's
career
doing
best.
Yeah. There's a song by Lil Duval called Best Life. Look up the chorus, it's fantastic. I'll play it for you later, Henry. You'll enjoy it.
Is it a new song or?
I don't know, but I don't think you listen to that kind of music normally,
Sometimes, depends.
but you'll enjoy this. Existence left to save.
Their
Right,
money's
6.
wrecked. Those Glock kills they got before, they lost what, the 3 players? They're not looking too hot right now. Existence with the M4A4.
Yeah, that's not a good look. Look, I mean, it seems as though, like, Chris J's first 2 kills, okay, that's pretty nice. Second guy walks into the crosshair, but the third one was pretty nuts. Like, he got sprayed by like 5 bullets in the back and just span around and headshot a guy.
Yeah. As we mentioned, this is probably the best Chris J we've ever seen in any version of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And that's weird. You'd think players as they get older, he's about 27, I think now, and maybe they'll drop off. But he's finding, I guess it's similar to football, right? Like that's when you seem to peak. Is it on your kind of mid to late 20s? That's when you understand the game the most, and you're the most cerebral, perhaps. And he seems to be peaking absolutely right now. As we go into what could be the last round, Scouts, CZs for masses. And this should be it, but the CZ, the full mistress on a map like Nuke. Shoxy not having much luck though, he'll have to fall back.
Lots of damage with the utility there from MouseSports. G2 are weakened, being softened up.
There's a player down towards lower, that's Rops, and now that's the only access point for the CTs to get down towards lower is that vent. He's patrolling it. They've done significant damage, but Oscar could be in trouble here. The CZ coming through. Snax goes down, and Oscar continues to find frags. It's going to be Sunny dropped 3-on-3. We still have a chance here for G2, a slim one, as Rops just runs in the venter. That's a brave move through the smoke. Smith's an ultimate kill, and that should be it. 16-4. Existence will have to do something absolutely mental to pull this one off. Might be able to happen here. Ooh. My God, it was close, but not quite close enough. And it will be a 16-4 scoreline and one of the most disastrous T-sides you'll ever see in a top-level game of Nuke from G2 there. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was an absolute horror show, I would say, from them on their T-side. There's no tactics, no execution, no general teamwork, no one fragging, and Chris J, to be fair, was lights out throughout.
Yeah, he was given plenty of opportunity to shoot players and not get traded, and he took all of them, it seems. All Chris J in the second half. Well, actually, cameo appearances from the auto shotgun of Oscar as well, but Chris J all day, everywhere, under hell, window. In garage,
all the positions.
just everywhere. Oscar on ladders, of course, abusing that close range around the squeaky area, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think G2 needs to check the demo and see if they have the same timing of all their grenades outside, because they were very easily abused by the Molotovs of MouseSports. Aside from that, I don't know really what to say.
Did 600 damage in that game.
There were 20 rounds, and Chris J had over 3,000 damage. That is a huge. I mean, look at the numbers on everybody else. No one else is even near 2,000. To have over, because that's what I always look for, right? Even when we go like, let's say 25 rounds, you won't find somebody more than 2,800 damage. He's done 3,000 damage in 20 rounds.
He's almost got more frags than 4 of those players combined. Chris J has absolutely destroyed them. We'll get back into it, guys, but it's difficult to even build up a case that G2 can bounce back from this right now. They have looked disastrous in the ECS so far, got battered by even similar, actually exact same scoreline. They got 16-4 twice by Optic earlier in the week. They're still 16-4 now after winning the second half pistol and a 14-1 start. We can't even begin to start to say that they might be able to bounce back and look good at this point.
I think
there's
that was
no
one of
evidence
the
to suggest
fastest games that we've had in ECS.
How fast was it?
Because right now it's like 27 past, and I don't think we started on the hour. So that's like, that's not a lot of time.
It's not, yeah, it's scientifically proven.
Goodness.
Boys, let's get out here for a second. We will be back with the next map. Hopefully G2 give us something to start shouting about and get excited for. Hopefully you'll join us again, and G2, they're going to have to wake up if they've got any chance here against MouseSports.